Hello and welcome. My name is Jason Welsh and this is my self-playing bass. So the idea behind this is I've been getting into sound and vibration and solenoids and the triggering of solenoids using Arduino and just this huge road. And it all started when one of my students in the class said, I'm going to throw away these guitar strings. And I was like, no, don't throw those away. I'll figure out something to do with them. And so the first thing was, I made one of these, which is this self-playing wind chime using guitar strings. And then I said, well, you know what? It'd be kind of cool if I had a bass. So this one is a really refined model. So here's the model all together. The circuit, I wanted to look kind of cool, so I didn't mount it on PCB and all. It's mounted on glass, and you can see it's down in here. So this is a piece of plexi or polycarb, and then underneath there's a piece of glass. This is 2020 rails, so it's fitted underneath the polycarb. This is an ATtiny84. It contains all the Arduino code, and these are Darlington TIP 120s. So anytime that the random code from the ATtiny84 hits the Darlington TIP 120s, it provides 12 volts to the solenoids. And these are self-made solenoids. These are actually bobbins that I wound to 600 winds. And the very center of them has a really small straw, and what happens is on the inside of the straw there's this other straw, and inside that straw there's a piece of metal with a little bit of hot melt on the very tip. So that little thing right there in the center hops up and then hits the string. So very cool in the fact that it's pretty powerful. It has a really good sound to it. And then I said, well, what'd be kind of really cool is to have it electric. So then I said, well, let's make a preamp. So there's a preamp. It's located down there underneath the polycarb. So that preamp is run by a 9-volt. I like to keep my sound separate from any kind of wall wart, because I like having a really clean sound. That provides it with enough to run about 3 or 4 days and still be okay. So this thing, it just plays all the time. It just over and over again, random, completely random. And then if I want to turn it up, all I do is have to turn it up on my amp here. It's being picked up by that contact mic right there. So it's a 41 millimeter contact mic. That's a fun little venture to get into too, if you ever get bored. Contact mics are pretty amazing. Alright, so I'm going to release this circuit for this in human. Right now it's kind of a variation. I like the look of this better than a circuit board. I'm getting so sick of circuit boards. So what I wanted to do is I'm starting to get copper on glass, and I'm using the stained glass copper stripping to make some very cool looking stuff. Like here's a kind of a steampunk looking you can see that, very intricate, and that runs this one right here. So I'm really getting into the copper and all kinds of crazy stuff. Just so sick of circuit boards. so I already introduced this one earlier, but I think it was this one I covered. But here's my steampunk variation of that. Alright, so I hope you enjoy. And I'll try to blog a little bit more, really. You know, I get all this stuff and I never really document it too much anymore. But I want to release it. So I hope you enjoy.